This is a really important message for anyone who has children involved with the social services or the family courts. The problem that we're coming across lots of times is that people are trying to complain about social services. Now, what that does is it might resolve the problem, or it might take them to task. You might win the case, you might lose the case, it doesn't matter. But once you've put it out there, and once you've challenged a social worker on what they should or what they shouldn't have done, you cannot use it in court. It's a piece of valuable, precious evidence that's been spent. Because as soon as you go into the court, you can say, well, we won the argument, we won the Ombudsman's agreement that whatever happened. That doesn't really matter a damn, it's been dealt with. And the judge or the sheriff will say, well, let's move on to the next issue. If you have any complaints like that, please, please, please be careful, because one of the things that social services will do, and rightly so to be honest, if you mention anything about them on the social media, they can just tell the court that they felt threatened and intimidated by the way you were talking. We have letters that people have received that actually prove this. So the best thing to do is to keep your mouth shut. Don't complain, but write everything down so that then you can produce the evidence in the court in front of a judge or a sheriff, or in front of the stenographer, or in front of the witnesses and barristers and solicitors, and lots of people will be there to witness what you're saying. And if you can produce the proof and prove what you're actually saying, they stand a much better chance of winning your children back. Because that will put you in the court as an accuser, not the accused. I keep saying this is what you should be aiming for. To go into court as the accuser, not the accused. Not my saying or my phrase, by the way, is a guy called John McLean who first came up with that one. But please, please get in touch. If you want to know what you should or shouldn't be doing before you go to court, I know there's people out there on social media, and they do have the best intentions in the world, and they have the kindest of hearts, and they really want to try and help. But sometimes if you haven't been doing it, or if you're not doing it all the time, let's put it that way, then you can really mess a case up. Me personally, I like to think that whatever I do, whatever I say, I can ease that on my conscience. Everything I do or say, I hope, will rest easily on my conscience. I'm always honest as I possibly can be with everyone. And it's just a devastation to most parents to go into the court finding all this evidence that they prepared for the Ombudsman or the complaints procedures, and they can't use any of it. And they feel as if the whole court's gone against them, and yes, it is, if you do that. We've had some tragic stories, including children that we have had returned to the parents or to the family, and then they put something on Facebook which has prompted or given social services an excuse to take it back into court and take those children away again. It's a big, huge problem for families, so please, 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 think about what you're doing. Before you make a complaint, before you start telling solicitors everybody else what they should or they shouldn't be doing, just write it down. Take it with you, and then reveal it in the court. Alright, please just get in touch. It'll only take about 10 minutes or so to explain the situation. You can go through your case very briefly, anytime, between 8 and 8 o'clock. But just get in touch, that's all it takes, and I'll explain what you should or shouldn't be doing to give your children the best chance of being returned to you and your family. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't done already, and tick on the bell for notifications, and click a like if you liked the video. Thanks for listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you.